a name that echoes through the corridors of history as one of the most brilliant military minds ever. From the age of 20, he embarked on a series of campaigns that would reshape the ancient world and establish his legend. But what made Alexander a military genius? How did he apply his techniques to achieve unparalleled success? Alexander's journey to military genius began with his upbringing. Trained by his father, King Philip II, a formidable strategist in his own right, Alexander was schooled in the arts of war from a young age. His education under Aristotle further refined his strategic thinking, blending philosophy with warfare. One of Alexander's earliest demonstrations of military brilliance came at the Battle of Granicus. Facing a superior Persian force, Alexander employed a daring tactic. He led a direct cavalry charge across the river, taking the enemy by surprise and breaking their ranks. This bold move secured his first major victory in Asia Minor. Central to Alexander's success was his mastery of the Macedonian phalanx. This tight, disciplined formation of heavily armed infantry was nearly impenetrable in battle. But Alexander didn't rely on the phalanx alone. He used combined arms tactics, integrating cavalry, light infantry, and siege weapons to create a versatile and deadly fighting force. Alexander's strategic genius was also evident in his use of intelligence and reconnaissance. He valued detailed information about his enemies and the terrain, allowing him to craft precise and adaptable strategies. Before the Battle of Issus, he gathered crucial intelligence on the Persian army's movements, enabling him to position his forces for a decisive victory. One of the most remarkable examples of Alexander's ingenuity was the Siege of Tyre. Facing an island fortress, he devised an unprecedented solution, constructing a massive causeway to reach the city's walls. This innovative approach turned what seemed like an impossible siege into a spectacular victory, demonstrating his ability to think outside the box and adapt to challenges. At the Battle of Gaugamela, Alexander's tactical brilliance reached its zenith. Confronted with Darius I's numerically superior Persian army, Alexander employed a feigned retreat to create a gap in the enemy lines. He then led a cavalry charge directly at Darius, causing chaos and ultimately forcing the Persian king to flee. This decisive maneuver secured Alexander's control over Persia. Alexander's military genius was not confined to a single region. In his campaigns in India, he faced King Porus and his formidable war elephants at the Battle of the Hydaspes. Demonstrating his adaptability, Alexander used his archers and light infantry to neutralize the elephants, then executed a coordinated attack that overwhelmed Porus's forces. Beyond the battlefield, Alexander's success was also due to his ability to inspire and lead. He cultivated a strong team of loyal generals, like Hephaestion and Ptolemy, who executed his plans with precision. His ability to delegate and trust his commanders was key to managing a vast and diverse empire. Alexander the Great's military genius was a combination of innovative tactics, strategic foresight, and inspirational leadership. His ability to adapt, innovate, and lead from the front not only secured his place in history but also created an empire that stretched from Greece to India. Alexander's legacy as a military genius continues to inspire and teach the art of warfare. Number 3 is charismatic personality. Alexander the Great, a leader whose name resonates through the ages not only for his conquests but for his extraordinary charisma. From his rise to power at a young age to his legendary campaigns, Alexander's charismatic personality was a cornerstone of his success. But what made him so magnetic? And how did his charisma contribute to his remarkable achievements? Alexander's charisma was nurtured from a young age. Raised in the Macedonian court, he was exposed to leadership and strategy by his father, King Philip II. His education under Aristotle instilled in him not only knowledge but a love for philosophy, science, and the arts, shaping a well-rounded and compelling leader. One of Alexander's greatest strengths was his ability to connect with his soldiers on a personal level. Unlike many kings who remained distant, Alexander led from the front, sharing in the hardships and dangers of his men. This personal bravery and willingness to endure the same struggles as his troops earned their unwavering loyalty and respect. Alexander's speeches were legendary, Before each battle, he would inspire his troops with powerful words, emphasizing their shared goals and the glory of their mission. His ability to articulate a compelling vision and instill confidence was crucial in maintaining high morale, even in the face of overwhelming odds. Alexander's charisma extended beyond his own people. He had an extraordinary ability to win over the hearts and minds of those he conquered. By respecting and adopting local customs, marrying local royalty, and integrating foreign soldiers into his army, he created a sense of unity and mutual respect across his vast empire. Mercy and magnanimity were also tools in Alexander's charismatic arsenal. He often showed clemency to captured enemies and rewarded his soldiers generously, fostering loyalty and admiration. This approach not only solidified his power but also helped in stabilizing newly conquered regions. Alexander's charisma wasn't just about charm, it was about building a strong, loyal leadership team. He surrounded himself with capable and trusted generals like Hephaestion and Ptolemy, creating a bond of loyalty and mutual respect. His ability to inspire and delegate allowed him to execute complex campaigns with precision. His court was a melting pot of cultures and ideas. By inviting scholars, philosophers, and artists from across his empire, Alexander fostered an environment of intellectual and cultural exchange. This not only enriched his own perspective but also promoted a sense of unity and shared purpose among his diverse subjects. Alexander the Great's charismatic personality was more than just charm, it was a dynamic force that united his empire and inspired his people. His ability to lead by example, communicate a grand vision, and connect with individuals on a personal level transformed him into a legendary figure. Through charisma, courage, and compassion, Alexander's legacy as one of history's greatest leaders endures. Number 4 is cultural assimilation. Alexander the Great, a name that transcends time, not just for his military conquests but for his remarkable approach to cultural assimilation. By unifying diverse peoples and cultures, Alexander forged an empire that was as much about integration as it was about domination. But what were his techniques? How did his strategy of cultural assimilation contribute to his enduring success? From the moment Alexander set foot in Persia, he understood the power of cultural integration. Unlike many conquerors who imposed their culture on the conquered, Alexander embraced local customs and traditions. He donned Persian attire, participated in their ceremonies, and respected their religious practices. This approach fostered goodwill and reduced resistance among the local populations. One of the most symbolic acts of cultural assimilation was Alexander's marriage to Roxana, a Bactrian princess. This union was more than a personal alliance, it was a powerful political statement. By marrying a local noblewoman, Alexander signaled his commitment to integrating with the local elite and fostering unity within his empire. Alexander extended this policy to his officers, encouraging them to marry local women. The mass weddings at Susa, where thousands of Macedonian soldiers married Persian women, were a testament to this strategy. These marriages created bonds of kinship and loyalty, weaving a complex tapestry of familial ties that helped secure the stability of his empire. Alexander also recognized the importance of involving local leaders in his administration. Rather than replacing existing governance structures, he often retained local rulers and integrated them into his own system of governance. This pragmatic approach ensured continuity and helped in managing the vast and diverse territories of his empire. His policy of cultural assimilation extended to his military as well. Alexander recruited soldiers from across his empire, creating a diverse and multicultural army. This not only bolstered his forces but also promoted unity and loyalty among the troops as they shared in the glory and spoils of their campaigns together. Alexander's vision of cultural assimilation was also evident in his city-building projects. He founded numerous cities, many of them named Alexandria, which became centers of Greek culture, learning, and commerce. These cities were melting pots where Greek and local cultures blended, fostering an environment of intellectual and cultural exchange. By encouraging cultural exchange, Alexander facilitated the spread of ideas, technologies, and philosophies. The Library of Alexandria, for example, became a beacon of knowledge, attracting scholars from all over the known world. This exchange enriched the cultural fabric of his empire and laid the foundation for the Hellenistic period, where Greek culture mingled with those of the Middle East and Asia. Alexander the Great's strategy of cultural assimilation was a revolutionary approach to empire building. By respecting and integrating the cultures of those he conquered, he created a sense of unity and loyalty that was crucial for the stability and prosperity of his vast empire. His legacy of cultural assimilation not only ensured his success during his lifetime, but also left an indelible mark on the course of history, fostering a rich tapestry of interconnected cultures that would influence civilizations for centuries to come. Number 5 is effective use of intelligence. Alexander the Great, a name that resonates with military brilliance and strategic foresight. Among his many talents, his effective use of intelligence stands out as a key factor in his extraordinary success. But how did Alexander gather and apply intelligence to outmaneuver his enemies and secure his place in history? From the very beginning of his campaigns, Alexander placed a high value on intelligence. He employed a network of scouts and spies to gather detailed information about enemy forces, terrain, and local conditions. This information allowed him to make informed decisions and develop strategies that gave him a decisive edge. One of the earliest examples of Alexander's use of intelligence was at the Battle of Granicus. By gathering detailed reports on the Persian positions and the river's conditions, Alexander was able to plan a surprise attack that caught the Persians off guard. His bold strategy, informed by accurate intelligence, led to a swift and decisive victory. Alexander's ability to analyze and synthesize intelligence was crucial. He would often spend hours poring over maps and discussing options with his generals, ensuring that every decision was based on the most accurate and up-to-date information available. This meticulous planning was a hallmark of his leadership. At the Siege of Tyre, Alexander's intelligence network provided him with critical insights into the city's defenses and supply routes. Understanding the challenges of attacking an island fortress, Alexander devised an innovative strategy to build a causeway, allowing his troops to breach the city walls. This intelligence-driven approach turned a seemingly impossible task into a successful siege. Perhaps one of the most striking examples of Alexander's use of intelligence was at the Battle of Gaugamela. Facing Darius I's numerically superior Persian army, Alexander's spies reported on the enemy's preparations and terrain. Armed with this knowledge, Alexander positioned his forces strategically, using the terrain to his advantage and executing a brilliant tactical maneuver that led to a crushing victory over the Persians. During his campaigns in India, Alexander's use of local informants and guides was pivotal. They provided crucial information about the terrain, climate, and local kingdoms. This local intelligence allowed Alexander to adapt his strategies to the challenging conditions and achieve victories in unfamiliar and hostile territories. Alexander's integration of intelligence went beyond just military tactics. He understood the importance of cultural intelligence, learning about the customs, beliefs, and political landscapes of the regions he conquered. This deep understanding enabled him to implement policies that fostered loyalty and cooperation among his new subjects. Alexander the Great's effective use of intelligence was a cornerstone of his success. By gathering detailed information, analyzing it meticulously, and applying it strategically, he was able to outthink and outmaneuver his enemies time and again. His legacy as a master of intelligence not only secured his place as one of history's greatest military leaders, but also left an enduring impact on the art of warfare. Alexander's brilliance in leveraging intelligence continues to inspire and teach the importance of knowledge in achieving greatness. As we reflect on the life and legacy of Alexander the Great, it becomes clear that his achievements were the culmination of a remarkable combination of visionary leadership, military genius, charismatic personality, cultural assimilation, and effective use of intelligence. From the battlefields of Asia Minor to the banks of the Indus River, Alexander's indomitable spirit and unwavering determination reshaped the course of history. But this is only the beginning of Alexander's story. In the next part of our journey, we will delve deeper into the following topics, exploring how each contributed to his unparalleled success. Diplomacy and alliances. Discover how Alexander skillfully forged alliances and navigated diplomatic challenges to expand his empire. Logistics and supply lines explore the logistical marvels behind Alexander's vast military campaigns and how he maintained crucial supply lines across vast distances. Administration and governance learn about Alexander's innovative administrative policies and governance structures that enabled him to rule over a diverse empire. Legacy and influence uncover the lasting impact of Alexander's conquests on the regions he conquered and the civilizations that followed. Personal demons and challenges delve into the personal struggles and inner demons that Alexander faced throughout his life, and how he overcame them to achieve greatness. As we embark on this journey through history, we invite you to join us in unraveling the mysteries and marvels of Alexander the Great's epic saga. Stay tuned for the next part of our adventure, where we will continue to explore the life and legend of one of history's most enigmatic figures.